G'day viewers, I'm the Extraordinary Tourist and welcome to another of my art videos. This particular video I'm going to go through the process of taking a drawing that I did in a previous video. This drawing here of the skeleton businessman that I did, which a few people thought they'd like to see developed a bit more, and I'm going to take it up into some kind of maybe t-shirt design, like skateboarding t-shirt design, where it's a perhaps a businessman skeleton riding a skateboard with some kind of commentary on being an older skater and sort of being perhaps maybe never too old to skate, or skating until skating to the grave, or something along those lines. I haven't really given it a lot of thought, but started to do a bit of research. I just did an initial Google search here. All I did was typed in the term business skateboarding. We've got some sort of ideas of business people riding skateboards and stuff from stock photography. Well, that's Tony Hawk riding with his skateboard in a business suit, and there's a woman on a skateboard, various things like that, kind of like this. Maybe we could do something like that. I'm just basically looking for poses and things that we might be able to do. It's an interesting pose, but no skateboard. I'm just sort of looking through this stuff, trying to get some inspiration for my own drawing. Might try a different search term. Skeleton skateboarding, see what comes up, see what people have already done in terms of putting a skeleton on a skateboard. Some interesting ideas popping up here. Trying to look through them, see whether anything sort of stands out. This thing here is probably kind of what I'm thinking about. Would be some kind of skeleton but wearing a business suit rather than general skate gear. Not too much happening there, so maybe we'll look for a pose, skateboarding pose that I can take some inspiration from. So yeah, skateboarding, try poses, see what comes up. Kind of like this, that's quite a nice pose, sort of really gets the idea of skateboarding. I'll see if I can make it higher so you can see it. It's a really good sense of skateboarding, the sort of pose going for there. Let's save that image out. I also kind of like this pose here as well. The way she's sort of positioned there. I could do a lot with that. It'd sort of give, if I was to do my character in that pose, you'd get sort of a lot of opportunities to put details on the character's suit and whatever. I'm going to save that one out as well. There's another idea to explore. We might do something relating to graveyards. Search from that. See if there's anything that we can see that might inspire the rest of the image. Not seeing a whole lot here at the moment. Anyway, I won't get too stuck on that. And just had a look at that, so I've got some ideas in my head. So after I did those first initial sketches, just to sort of get a feel for the poses, I decided to have another go at drawing the skeleton's skull, just to get back in my head how to draw it and how it was going to look. So you can see I did one sketch there, and then I started another one a bit further over on the page, just to sort of play around with the expression a bit and just sort of try and get an idea of what the face on this thing was going to look like. Then once I'd done that, I turned the page and I started working on what at the time I thought would have been the final drawing, but as it turns out I started this particular drawing too close to the middle of the page and ran out of space at the bottom, but I sort of persevered with it anyway rather than rubbing it out or erasing it and starting again, because I was sort of working out other details while I was doing this drawing, such as you can see in this particular drawing compared to the first two full body drawings that I did, I made the forearms on the character and the lower legs much wider and fatter than the upper arm and upper legs, just to sort of give a more cartoonish kind of look to the character. And again, trying to work on the face and do a different sketch or expression. It was just generally kept going to sort of get a feel for how this thing was going to look, and it's one of the downfalls of working on in traditional medium, in that you can't sort of just make your page larger and or move it around on the screen like you would with digital work. So I sort of left that one and started doing this small sketch again to see if I could sort of nut out the position, do anything different, but I didn't get very far with this one and just got frustrated with it, because as you can see I ran out of space again. So I turned the page and just started full length portrait mode and started on a final sort of design where I knew I wouldn't run out of space due to sort of not having enough length on the page. And from here on it was just sort of basically sketching and getting everything filled out based on what I'd sort of worked out in my earlier sketches, sort of adding the wider details to the arms and the sleeves there. You can see there's like points on the shoulders that you would sort of find in a jacket, a business suit jacket, if you sort of raised your arms and whatever. And like all of these things were what I worked out in my previous sketches. And really the only thing that I hadn't worked out in the previous sketches was pretty much how this skateboard was going to be. So that took a bit of extra work to get the position of the wheels and the trucks looking just right. And even in this sketch I don't think they're particularly well done in their positioning. Again, this was an opportunity to have another shot at doing the face and trying for another expression. I'm not sure if this is the exact one that I really wanted to go with, but the position that I drew the glasses on kind of dictated where the pupils in the eyes had to go. I didn't really have a lot of room after that. I also did a bit of erasing there because this particular pencil was easy to smudge everything. You can see In my last video I talked about how 2B pencil is really ideal from going sort of light strokes to really dark outlines. So I've done this whole drawing with 2B pencil going from light through to dark. And pretty much that was my whole design done by this point. Not much more I can tell you about it. It's just sort of refining things till we get the final drawing there. So there you go, that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. I think that's a fairly reasonable design. I could probably do something with that and work it up into something of a t-shirt design or some other graphic for whatever products I decide to put it on. And perhaps in the next video that's what we'll go through. I'll go through sort of doing a liner on it and doing a colour version and getting it to the point where it's a finished graphic. But, I don't want to make this video too much longer, and I don't have the time this week to sort of take it to a finished product, but hopefully you can sort of see my process for how I got to that. You can see that's what we've come up with. You can see it's a very interesting pose to look at. There's a lot going on there. Maybe get a bit of close up. And it's probably like, I could probably think of some text to put around that to make some kind of statement, as I was saying at the start of the video about sort of being too old to skate, or skating until you die, or skating beyond the grave even, I don't know. Maybe that's something you could suggest in the comments for next week that I could sort of think about if you have any ideas of what this particular image could represent in terms of a skateboarding thing that sort of older skateboarders might like and might be happy to wear as a t-shirt or have as a skateboard design, anything along those lines. Feel free to suggest that in the comments, but there we go, that's my video for this week. I hope you found it interesting watching me develop up a sketch. Right, so this is your first time on my channel. I try to release a video every Tuesday and every Saturday. The Tuesday video is usually an art video, and the Saturday video is usually a skateboard video, and every so often, just like this one, the Saturday video is a skateboard art video combined. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of whenever I release a video. And don't forget to like, comment and share this video. If you feel you know someone who'd like it, be sure to direct them my way. So until next time, I guess we shall see you later. Bye for now.